Hey, it's Danielle from Black Business Boom, and I am excited to have a guest with me here today. Terri Thomas is joining me from Chase Bank. Terri Thomas is a community manager in Dallas, and so I'm really excited to learn more about her role and the things that she's doing for small businesses there in Dallas. How are you today, Terri?
I am well, thank you. How are you doing today?
I am fantastic. I am recovering from a sinus infection, but I'm feeling a lot
Oh,
better today.
good. Those are the worst.
It was bad, but
Yeah.
I'm just happy to be on the mend and able to chat with you today. Well, tell us,
Yeah.
Terri, what does a community manager do?
That's a loaded question. There is a lot that we do. I can give you the scripted, responses. Really, there are three main things that community managers do, right? We're going to listen. So we meet regularly with local leaders to understand the unique needs and challenges of the communities that we're in. And to be clear, there are 150 community managers across the United States. We have 17 community centers. So, what may be needed in Oak Cliff may be different than what Gail needs in Detroit, which may be different than what Tatiana needs in LA. So we're going to meet the needs of our communities. We also want to build relationships and trust, right? So we want to organize, and we're going to work side by side with community leaders and residents to provide community services and financial education. And that's that third piece, is to improve the financial health, right? So not just the community service, but also the financial health. And that's going to include coordinating, hosting, inviting local residents to join us for financial health sessions at our local community centers and at our community branches as well. So, we talk about home ownership, we talk about entrepreneurship, and then that baseline for the financial education.
That is fantastic. And I see you out in the community a lot, Terri. I keep up with you on LinkedIn and I see you out supporting small businesses and just, you seem to be well in the know of the entrepreneurial landscape there in your area. And so tell me, how do you work with small business owners as a community manager and help provide them resources and help to educate them and connect them with the resources that are available at Chase Bank?
Okay. So the first thing you said, that LinkedIn. So I live on LinkedIn, although I've been away a little bit. I have not posted nearly as much as I should have been. So y'all are about to be flooded in your timeline because I'm about to push all the stuff I haven't posted is about to get posted. But like I said, I am a community manager. So I work really closely with my One Chase partners, right? So I have a senior business consultant. We actually have two in Dallas. The one that I work most closely with is Jeremy McCoy. So he is a mentor for our entrepreneurs. He does
Mm.
mentorship. It's absolutely free. Doesn't matter whether you're a Chase customer or not, because our goal with this, with our racial equity commitment, is to try to close the racial wealth gap in Black, Hispanic, and Latino communities. So I always tell people, I want you to bank with Chase, but I want you to have this information more. So whether you're a customer or not, this is for you. So a lot of what Jeremy does, like I said, is the mentorship, and he helps entrepreneurs get ready for or to understand, right? Do they have the right team in place? Do they have the right operating model? Do they have, the right marketing? Are they doing, what does their cash flow look like? And are they ready to access capital? So he will coach them in those areas.
Mm.
And like I said, it's absolutely free. And so that's one side of what I do as a community manager. You can think of me as the quarterback. So I've got my entrepreneurs over here. We have our home ownership. So I work with Stanley White. He's my community home lending advisor. and he helps with the home ownership piece of it. But going back into entrepreneurship, we literally work with every line of business as a community manager within JP Morgan Chase. And that's why I am able to bring the full force of Chase to the community. Because often in the past, we really don't know what we don't know. We don't know what we don't have access to. And so that's why I really love this job, is because I'm able to be that connector. And, I do it in a couple of different ways. So we could keep talking, but it's a lot of stuff that goes on. And what I do in Dallas is going to be different, like I said, than what others do in different areas.
Absolutely. And to that end, we just had a question in the chat from Tanya Sanders, I'm sorry, that says that she bakes for Chase and her business account is with them too. How does she connect with the mentor here in Chicago? So I'm thinking someone similar to Jeremy that you described, but in Chicago.
Yes. So one of the me's in Chicago is Jared Evans. He's phenomenal. He's at the Stony Island location. So I know you can go there and you can ask to speak to Jared, or you can ask for a senior business consultant. If you talk to Jared, just say, hey, Terri told me to come find you and get my resources. And so he will then be able to connect you with a plethora of opportunities and options that we may be able to help you with. And even if it's at the Stony Island branch, right, it may not be a senior business consultant, because they typically are going to work with clients that are 2 years in business, usually 100,000 or more in annual revenue. But if you're not there, because we are in the community, we have other resources that we work with, right? For example, in Dallas, you have the deck. We have BCL of Texas. We have, there's dallasbuilds.org. So there are lots of different resources. There's Impact Ventures. There's so many community partners that we work with, where we're able to, if I can't help you directly, if Jeremy can't help you directly, we can help you with a community partner that may be able to assist you.
That is great. That is really, really great that you all are working with the other organizations that are boots on the ground, helping entrepreneurs as well. One of the things that we talk to entrepreneurs about a lot is the importance of a banking relationship, really knowing your banker and having a relationship with them. How do you help in facilitating those relationships in your role as a community manager?
So really, it's making those connections again. When I'm hosting workshops, it's making sure and saying, hey, do you know who your banker is? Because clearly COVID, if it didn't teach us anything, it let us know relationships matter. And, I'm going to challenge everybody. If you don't have a banker that that you have their phone number in your phone where you can reach out to them if you have a question about something, then that's going to be the first assignment. And just go to your branch, wherever that is, and just say, hey, is there a business banker here that I can connect with, who you can start to build that relationship with? Because it's so critical to knowing and understanding what's going on. If there are new products coming out, new opportunities, those are things that your banker is going to be able to help you with.
Absolutely. You really want to stay top of mind with your banker as well. Like you said, so when those opportunities come around, they're like, hey, I need to get on the phone with Danielle, make sure she knows about this thing,
No,
right? But if they don't know where you are in your business and what you have going on, they don't even know to tap you for those opportunities as they may present themselves. So thank you for
absolutely.
that.
And they're asking for you. So when you're doing things, or if you need capital, and the underwriter has a question. Well, if I don't know you, I'm just like, oh, well, I don't know, but if I know your business, I can speak to it. I can say, hey, no, they had, there was a switch, such and such was pregnant, or somebody came back and they hired a new person. So that's why you see what you see in these financials. But if I have no relationship, you and I haven't spoken, I can't advocate for you in the spaces where I need to. And that's some of what we do as well. We have a conference coming up, the Make Your Move Summit. It's November 1st, 2nd, and 3rd here in Dallas, actually Frisco, but DFW, we're going to say Dallas. And we have a marketplace there. So one of the things I was able to do was to source some of our local um, vendors, some of our local businesses, so they had the opportunity to work through the marketplace. It's going to be, I believe, on Wednesday and Thursday, the marketplace is open. So that's an opportunity where Chase actually purchases products. So those who are going, make sure you go check out the marketplace because you're going to have free goodies. Chase has already paid for them for you from those vendors. All you got to do is go up and say, hey, and they're going to say, here's some product. And that's a great win because not only is it supporting the businesses, but then it also is making our participants, the attendees, become aware and familiar with businesses they may not have been familiar with before. So I love every time I get an opportunity, anytime somebody is coming to Dallas and they're going to do something, I make sure I'm Bogarden saying, hey, I got some people over here you need to meet.
Yeah.
So
No, I love it, Terry. And again, I've been keeping up with everything that you're doing on LinkedIn and just discovering new businesses myself. And I'm like, I can't wait to get out there to Dallas. As soon as I get out there, I'm just gonna scroll through Terry's page and see who all the small businesses are that I need to go and visit. So I really appreciate you not only providing opportunities and connecting folks, but just amplifying the small businesses that you do have in your network because sometimes that's what they need the most is someone to showcase the work that they're doing or tell how good the food is or the coffee is over here, so
right.
that more people will go and support. So you're all around being a great resource to small businesses in your area, and we greatly appreciate that.
Thank you. I will share one other thing, right? Like the opportunity to be in spaces, and I haven't posted this, I'm going to, but stuff usually marinates in my mind, but I really do think about how great it is to be in a position where we are now, where I am. And I say that because our president and COO came, Daniel Pinto, and he did a tour of our community center branch. And Jeremy was able to bring 3 businesses, 2 that had graduated from his mentorship program, one that's currently in the mentee program. But Daniel was able to meet those businesses, hear from those businesses, hear the impact, but then there's opportunity, right, where they're able to talk to the COO for Chase Bank. And, they were able to talk about their business and ways that we may be able to collaborate even deeper. And so having those conversations, being able to be in those rooms when traditionally we're not, I
Hmm.
just really thankful and grateful for those opportunities. And, we had a great visit. We had pizza from one of our businesses, South Polk Pizzeria, who has the best pizza. I'm not going to say in Dallas, but they have really, really good pizza. It's addictive. And so we were able to share some of those products with our senior leadership and have some impact.
That is amazing. Again, I mean, we would not have those opportunities to be in those rooms if it weren't for people like you being very intentional about it. So, really appreciate that. For folks that want to keep up with you, Terry, and learn more about the work that you're doing in the community around Dallas, or learn more about Chase Bank in general, what are some ways that they can connect?
LinkedIn, that's the best way. I also have a Facebook business page, and it's Terri Thomas, CM is what that is for community manager. And then the LinkedIn is Terri Thomas. Those are going to be the best ways to connect. We have some events coming up, November 15th with Veteran Women's Enterprise Center.
Mm.
Um, November 9th, I believe I've got an event with Connected Co-working. So lots of stuff. I've got a credit workshop that I'll be doing at the branch I want to say on the 19th. But again, I'm going off the dome, so don't hold me to it. But I will post it on LinkedIn. So if it's something that you want to come to or be a part of, we would love to have you. The information for the Make Your Move Summit is already posted. That may have been sold out, but still sign up. Get on the wait list, because if someone doesn't attend, then you may be able to go in their place. Also, there's a Black Women Building Wealth that is going to be on November 12th, I think. So
A
again, I
lot coming
posted,
up.
it's a lot of stuff. And the building wealth is for our Black and Hispanic women. Of course, anybody can come, right? We're not going to say, no, you can't come. But traditionally, women, period, and then our Black and Hispanic women and Latino women have not had those conversations, right, with the wealth building. So lots of things coming up. That's the joy of my job is being able to have access to this information and to say, hey, these are free events. And that's the other thing. Let me get on my soapbox, y'all. In
Okay,
Dallas,
go ahead, Terry. I'm with it.
now, I have these events all the time. And then I'll have two people come. Or literally, I did a credit workshop. I had one gentleman attend, and he's like, I can't believe nobody else is here. It was good for him because it was one-on-one coaching at that point. But y'all, I don't want to hear it. Like, I'm posting this stuff, and if you don't show up, I'm going to be mad at you. I put on one of my posts, I'm going to be big mad if I don't see you. So I'm going to
Yeah.
keep that out there. Y'all don't want this face to be big mad. Y'all better come out to this free stuff and get this information.
No, seriously. I mean, I feel the same way, Terry. We're going above and beyond to put on these events and to make sure that our audiences know about them and they are free resources for the community. If we
Yep.
don't take advantage of them, then they stop happening. And then we're mad because we don't have these
You don't have it.
opportunities. And so
I
we
don't do
have
that.
to show up. Got to show up for them. So again, follow along. I see so much come across Terry's page on LinkedIn. I'm in Nashville, and I'm like, man, I really want to get out there to Dallas, just because I feel like there's so much going on because of you sharing the resources. So you're doing a great job, that's for sure, and making sure that the word gets out about these small businesses and the resources that are available for them. So again, we appreciate you so much, Terry, and I will make sure that as soon if I see you sharing stuff, I'm gonna share it out to our Dallas small business owners that are in the Black Business Boom Network as well. But I really appreciate you so much for just joining me today and accepting my call to come and share the work that's being done there by Chase in Dallas. And I look forward to staying connected and having you back soon.
Absolutely. And I look forward to and appreciate you reaching out to me, because so often, people don't. They'll say, oh, well, I didn't know, or I didn't think I could talk to you. Yeah, it's just a conversation. And I will preface and say, I do get a lot of emails and stuff. So give me some grace too, because it might be a couple of days before I respond, but I will. And if I don't, send me another email. I'm okay with
Yeah,
that. Y'all know
no,
the will get the oil.
for
So,
sure,
you
for
know,
sure. Yep, and
yeah,
I reached right on out to Terry, and she graciously gave me some time, and I truly appreciate it, Terry.
yeah, my pleasure. Because you know what, we're in this together, and
We
you can't
are.
grow if you don't know.
Absolutely. I love it. I gotta steal that, Terry. Can't grow if you don't know. I love it.
Can't
Well,
grow.
thank you so much again, and thanks for tuning in, everyone.